Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing episode number 3 of Rainbow Road to Ranks. This episode is going to be covering the yellow team. Now a quick rundown of the team. So my bulky stealth rocker is going to be Sandslash. So it has stealth rocks naturally, knock off for disruption, rapid spin to spin away, sticky web, anything else like that. And counter. Counter is just there to try and get rid of some Pokemon such as Mega Medicham that decide they want to stay in, etc. Next Pokemon is Pelipper. It's got a damp rock to maximise the rain. Now this is going to weaken the fire type attacks of my enemy Pokemon. So some things that want hidden power fire. Not that anything is weak to fire on my team. It's just quite handy to have. It's got a U-turn, Hurricane, Scald for those burns, and Roost for longevity. Next member of the squad is Raikou. It has Normalium Z and has Weather Ball. Now Normalium Z with Weather Ball, depending on the weather, it does change into the corresponding Z move. So this should be the Water Z move, unless there's no weather, in which case it would just be Breakneck Blitz. If it happens to be up against a team that's got Sand, it will become Rock type. And Hidden Power Ice is there for Landorus, Gliscor. Thunder is there to hit 100% in the rain, and Volt Switch is there just to pivot. Next member of the team is Tapu Koko. Now Tapu Koko provides the electric terrain, so basically just boosting Raikou even further. 100% accurate Thunders with a choice spec basically. When it comes to Thunder, has Reflect, Light Screen, Volt Switch for pivoting, and Thunder Wave to disrupt. Now this one here is to help these last two Pokemon set up and sweep. So the first Pokemon is Mimikyu. It has Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak, Drain Punch, and Wood Hammer. And as you can see, it's holding a Life Orb. And the next Pokemon here is Haxorus. Now both of my setup sweepers are physical, which could be an issue. But again, this series is being used to help with my team building skills. So it has a Dragon Dance, Outrage, a Poison Gem for those fairy types, and Earthquake for any of those steel types. Earthquake is mostly there for the likes of Magearna and Rotom. Because of Mold Breaker, Earthquake does hit Rotom despite the levitates. And I've not actually put any EVs on this, so here you go. Auto Salt. That looks good to me. Let's have a look. Just the extra point in special defense should be fine. So here is the yellow team. It is mostly physical, but yeah, as I say, I am on a low ladder, so it shouldn't matter too much. So let's jump into the first game. I may have to turn this down. Okay, so his team here is the standard, well, it's fairly standard with the core of Koko and Hawlucha, so that is looking like his mid to end game. Because I do have my own Koko, he doesn't need to preserve his quite as much. But if I do remove his Koko before he brings in his Hawlucha, I may have to limit my Koko switchings. Now, that looks like it might be Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert would be self-setting of the rain, so I don't really want to boost him with Pelipper right away. So, now the possibility is he's either going to lead with Breloom here, or he may lead with Ferrothorn. If he does lead Breloom, I'm going to have to switch into Tapu Koko. If he does lead with Ferrothorn, let me think. Probably isn't the best team I've ever used. I think my best lead would be Tapu Koko, as he does lead with his own Koko. Looks like he is going to be screens. So since most of his Pokemon are physical, I'm going to set up the Reflect. Ooh, that does quite a good chunk of damage. As he goes straight into his Swampert, which means I can't Thunder Wave or attack. Let me think. I'm going to go to my Mimikyu here. I do have the grass coverage, and he does set up the rain. So I'm going to go straight up Wood Hammer. He might opt to break my disguise, which is good, as Wood Hammer just destroys him. But it also maximises damage on me, so he could bring in anything at this point. He's probably going to bring in Hawlucha, as it does bring Ferrothorn. I feel Garaball would destroy me even with that, but I may go for a Shadow He goes for his rock, so it does get me a good hit on Ferrothorn. So luckily I am on the low ladder, perpetually. A Drain Punch gives me back... Oh, no, never mind. Now he is going to be protecting at this point. So I'm going to Swords Dance again. As he doesn't go Protect. So he Toxics me instead. He may go for Protect here. And if he does, then that's a perfect play. But let me think. What wants to come in onto a Drain Punch? Because Leech Seed and Life Orb will take me out. Best thing to go would either be Coco, Hawlucha. To be honest, you could even go for Victini here as well. I'm going to Drain Punch anyway, as he does stay in. So because I don't get that Leech Seed damage on me, he's probably going to go into Tapu Koko and Volt Switch with my Mimikyu, which would be perfect for his Hawlucha. As he does, let's have a look. We're on Electric Terrain, finished on turn 5, which means he's not Electric Extender. It looks like his Tapu Koko's terrain went up first. Is that right? At the very least, he outsped me, so he's probably Scarf at this point. So I'm going to go for Shadow Sneak here. I'm at +4, or +3 rather. So he's not able to get that Volt Switch up. And Volt Switch will be able to take out Tapu Koko, which is unfortunate because I did want to paralyze Hawlucha as it came in. We'll go Pelipper again. And go Sand Slash. I feel like he might be Choice Scarf. So he may be lured into it again. I am at this point just trying to waste his terrain. She's only got 3 left. Raikou here is a good switch. Yeah, perfect. So, right, that's deceiving because it does say Ice Pregnant Blix, but Hidden Power is always going to be the normal Z move, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to go for Thunder here. If he's not able to take me out in this hit, then I beat him. As you can see here, he's just making sure that I am pure electric. Oof. Unfortunately for him, he's not able to take me out, which is lovely for me. Tapu Koko is Scarfed, so he will be able to take me out. He's not got any reason really to keep his Tapu Koko alive, so he might just go straight for the attack. He's definitely going to outspeed. The rain may be handy for Victini. So I'm going to go into Sand Slash because I don't need it. If he goes for electric type attack. Ooh, that's good. Good attack on his part. I'm going to go for Stealth Rock just in case. As he goes into his Brilliant. If he decides to Spore me, then he's already toxic, so I can't really do anything like that. Unfortunately, they carry Mark Punch, so Raikou's not going to be able to take him out. I feel like Pelipper may be able to take him out, as long as he doesn't go for Sword Stance here. I'm going to Rapid Spin away, as he does go for Spore. Just going to keep clicking Rapid Spin. I may be lucky with the first time wake up. Oh. So I am able to get my my rocks away. Tapu Koko comes in. He's probably going to predict that, as he does not. I feel like I'm going to have to get rid of the substitute. So I'm going to go back into Sand Slash here, as he does take me out with Giga Impacts, which is questionable. So I understand the substitute protects him while Giga Impacts has affected him. I feel like he may... No, he's not able to switch while he's in this state, so I'm going to go Hurricane here. As you can see, I destroy him. 4 times weakness. He's going to go into his Coco again. Whereas I don't really need my Coco at this point. Yeah, I don't need Coco at this point, so I'm going to go for Scald. As he goes Dazzling Gleam, which is perfect for me. Now if Victini here is Z-Celebrate, then it's going to be an issue. Because he should be able to outspeed the other Pokemon. I'm just going to Hurricane again. As he is Z-Celebrates, and that does a good amount of damage, I suppose. I'm going to go Tapu Koko. I feel like he may be able to win this. Because with +1 he does outspeed my Pokemon. So he goes V-Creates. Interesting. Oh, he's just lost. Lovely. Yeah, I'm not max speed, I'm not timid. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yes, that's a GG. Cool, that was pretty touch and go at the end there. I'll tell you where I don't outspeed because of this this attack here, Weather Ball. It needs to be the event, so that's why it's shiny, and it also needs to be Rash Nature, which means I'm not max speed. If I was timid, I'd be easily able to outspeed that, but I'm not. So, so let's find the next game. Right, his lead is most likely to be Excadrill or either the combination of Scarfed Rotom or Staraptor. I don't see him leading the other Pokemon. Now, since Pelipper is quite a popular lead, he may go for Rotom. Excuse me. Let me see. I feel like I should put Lumberry on Haxorus, because after a couple of Dragon Dances, it was quite deadly anyway. I really don't want Haxorus to be burnt, so I don't want to lead Pelipper yet. So I'm going to lead... I'm going to lead Mimikyu. If he does lead... right, he's going to want to go for a Volt Switch right off the bat, just to break my my disguise. He may be predicting that at this point though, so let me see. If I switch into Haxorus, he's going to switch into either of his Intimidate Pokemon. Yeah, I'm going to go Sandslash, as he does go Volt Switch. Now, if he's Scarfed, if he's not Scarfed, he's going to destroy me with Hydro Pump. If he is Scarfed, if he is Scarfed, he's going to have to switch manually, and that will take me quite a lot. Because Sandslash doesn't have Sturdy. Let me think. The best switch into a Sandslash would be probably Gyarados. Now that Gyarados is going to be Mega, if I'm not mistaken. Let me think. If he does want to go Gyarados, then Tapu Koko is my switch. Right, so he's not Scarf Rotom, it's quite handy to know. Going to Light Screen here. Let's go straight into Excadrill. Excadrill, unless his Scarf does not outspeed me, so I'm going to Reflect here. So he goes for Iron Head, interesting. I'm going to go Pelipper here, as he goes Iron Head again, which means he may be banded, but I feel like Iron Head would have done... Oh, no, cancel. I feel like Iron Head might have done a bit more damage than that. Let's have a look. Only 30%. I know I've got Reflector, but I don't think that's... I'm going to U-turn here. As he goes Gyarados. Perfect for me. Now, I feel like he may switch into his Excadrill, so I'm going to go Breakneck Blitz. Because the electric move is very obvious. Perfect. So I'll take an Excadrill. I could have done that with just a normal Weather Ball, to be honest, but I wanted to be fancy. And he's left, so I'm going to click that timer. Now, I was hoping to be able to get this video out without editing. I don't really have too much. I don't really have too much memory on my laptop at the moment. I still need to get an external hard drive. But yeah, if this ends up being really fucking long, you know, we may still be able to beat this yet. So I'm gonna find a new game, and if necessary, I will play 2 games at once. So this one here, real quick. If he does go into road sub again, I'm just gonna fault switch out into something because I'm free to do so. I want to keep that Pelipper around to weaken Charizard X. Well, no, that's gonna be Mega Gyarados, isn't it? It doesn't matter. It looks like he's gone. This team here, Mega Sableye, lead Landorus. Looks like a bulky team. No, I don't want to allow Volcarona to set up. So I feel like my best switch may be, or my best lead rather, would be... So I'm going to lead with Pelipper as he leads Cinccino, which means he's going to be clicking Rock Blast right now, which is unfortunate. Now, if he's the worst type of Cinccino, then he's going to be, what's it called, Razor Fang, trying to flinch me with those 5 hits. I'm going to click Knockoff. I feel like he's not going to want to Tail Slap me. I know he gets Bullet Seed as well, doesn't he? Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm just going to click Knockoff and see how it goes from here. If he does want to switch into Landorus, that would be perfect. I do remove his item. If he wants to go into Tech Specs, no, it goes into Landorus. We get to see what kind of Landorus this is based on the item. And it is Z Landorus. So I'm going to click Counter here. Although, he may go for his rocks. Once he goes Rock Polish. This might be double dance Landorus. I'm going to counter here. This is an issue. Let me see. So I'm going to use Mimikyu here. If he does go for his Z, then he doesn't really do anything. If he does go for Sword Stance, so he does burn his Z move, which is perfect for me. His speed is increased, but I don't really think he's got too much that can do to Mimikyu. He may go for the Stone Edge. Oh, straight up Earthquake. Oh, I've got no choice but to Shadow Sneak. He may go into his Ferrothorn here expecting that, and that will take Mimikyu out. No matter what happens, Mimikyu's going to go down to Life Orb anyway. So I'm going to go Pelipper again. At this point I'm just going to click Hurricane. I feel like he may want to switch, yep. I want to take a Scald. Possibly Ferrothorn, possibly Toxapex. I don't see him switching into Volcarona. So he does go Toxapex. Now I feel like Toxapex could go for a Recover here. Which means I get to go into Tapu Koko. I'm going to set myself up a nice... I'm going to go for a Reflect with my Tapu Koko. As he goes... Come on, the Toxic Spikes. Now I do regret not putting Safeguard on this. However, I think my best move would be to Reflect, Light Screen. In fact, he may decide to switch, so I'm going to go for... That's right, I'm going to Light Screen again. As he does go for Ferrothorn. Unfortunately, Mimikyu is gone. Let me think. Oh, I've got Lumbro Haxorus. Okay, that's perfect. I forgot I just switched in there. And that reminds me to check the battle. I win. I feel like I might want to Thunder Wave this. So it goes for Leech Seed. I'm going to Volt Switch here. I don't see him going as a Landorus at this point. Which is perfect. So I'm going to... I'm going to start setting up with Haxorus. So Dragon Dance. I've got 3 more turns or 4 more turns of Reflect. Let me see, Sableye could come in and Will-O-Wisp, which is a possibility, as he does luckily misses Leech Seed. So I'm going to Earthquake here, expecting him to want to try again. Man, this Ferrothorn is just a bitch. So it does get paralysed, which is okay, I guess. Just going to keep Dragon Dancing here. Actually, no, that's a mistake. He's going to go for Garable now. Nope, okay. So I'm at +3. An Earthquake should do a decent amount of damage, but I don't see it taking him out. And this is where he protects. Ooh, what a bitch. I feel like he may predict my Earthquake again, so I'm going to Outrage, expecting the Landorus. As he's going to protect, that's fine. It's looking like an early GG. I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to bounce from that one. It's a very balanced team now, a very bulky balanced team, which this team clearly isn't very well versed against. Same with this one here, but it's a little bit more common, so it's going to be easier to realise what they are doing. Let me see. I'm going to lead. Now, luckily, Hexorus has Poison Jab, which should be able to take care of both of his fairies, or two of his non-steel fairies. Triple Steel. I'm going to lead Tapu Koko, and I'm going to Light Screen here. Now, if he wants to Volt Switch, nope, he just straight up quits. What do you think? I'm gonna Reflect here anyway, and I get T-Wave off. Perfect. You see, he's used Horn Leech twice in a row, so he may be Banded. But I feel like Banded would have done more, despite the Reflects. Hexorus here, Dragon Dance. Although I feel like Landorus may come out, especially since it does resist Poison Jab. So I'm going to go Pelipper. I don't see him stagging, especially considering Poison Jab is quite common on Hexorus. So he goes to the Stealer. I think my best bet is to click Scald here, hoping to get the burn. Because he does protect. Goes Tapu Fini. I'm going to turn myself into Tapu Koko, as I am slower, which is perfect because everything is nice. I'm going to T-Wave him, no matter what happens. Hello there. Yeah, so I've already gotten that up. Let me think. I'm going to Reflect again, as he does get full powered, which is unfortunate for him. I feel like he may be locked into his attack. Maybe a bulky ban, but I don't see it. I'm going to Volt Switch here, and then I'm going to go Hexorus again. Let me see, what did he do last time? So look, Hexorus come back with Pelipper, and he went. I'm going to Dragon Dance again. This goes Tapu Fini, and I'm going to go for that Poison Jab. Sweet, sweet Poison Jab. I feel like a Moonblast would have taken me out, so I couldn't really take a chance with Dragon Dancing again. Now, I feel like this might be. He's got two more fairies there, so I can't Outrage. I feel like this might be Scarfed, so I'm going to go for Mimikyu again. Get the rain back up as he goes Hidden Power Ice by the looks of it. So it's clear that he's not Scarfed. So we'll go for a Light Screen here. See, Earthquake almost takes me up. Let me think. Back into Sand Slash. I'll say back. Alright, he's going to jump himself into Tapu Bulu potentially. And if he does, I'm going to click Counter. because I think with the reflect that I've got up, I should be able to live this. This does do a good chunk. There's a little over half, a little under half rather, but I do take him up, so that's perfect. I feel like his next bet would be to go into Landorus, as he does. You see, he might go U-turn, so I'm going to knock off Hidden Power Ice again. Let's just find out what. So I get rid of his leftovers. Could click Stealth Rock here. Thankfully, light screen is up, so that does quite a good job for me actually. Grassy terrain is up for one more turn, so I might decide to stay in. Although it's got nothing else to change terrain, so I'm going to. Let me see. Do I need Coco for anything? Only to strengthen Raikou. So I'm going to switch into Coco here. Coco should probably die to whatever he wants to do, as he goes Defog, which is not ideal to be honest. I'm going to click Reflect anyway, as he goes for Hidden Power, which is fine by me. He may decide to keep his Landorus around. So let me think. I definitely outspeed Celesteela. Not Celesteela, well I do, but since I don't have Rain up, can't really do too much. But Raikou should be able to take him out with HP Ice. And then he's got 3 Steel types left. Now he may expect me to either be Scarf or Specs. I don't see Beginner doing too much to me, but I do value Raikou for Celesteela, and for Heatran it is a lot faster. It's half, it does over half actually, so definitely not Azul Fest. I'm going to sack my Sand Slash here. So you go Shift Gear, which is very, very, very bad for me. Okay, so he's going to be faster than Raikou now, and that is definitely GG. Although, I feel like Drain Punch into Shadow Sneak should take him out. No, I'm pretty bulky on this. He might go for his Z. Yeah. That is unfortunate. I'm going to Volt Switch again, just in case. Oh, okay, okay. I feel like I threw that game the moment I clicked Volt Switch. And so I definitely need Raikou. Its Z is useless at this point, and Thunder is shaky at best. So I'm going to Dragon Dance anyway. Let's see, he goes for his Leech Seed. Going to Dragon Dance again. Although he expected that, as you can see. Raikou as he goes Protect. See, I'm going to click Thunder. So it does half, which is not bad actually. I'm going to Volt Switch. Oh, it's Scarf. Okay, well GG. I did not expect Scarf on that Heatran. Jesus. Well then, in reflection, it's a pretty poorly built team. I did win 2 of those games. One of them was a DC, but overall the team hasn't got like has got a specific function, and that is to boost Raikou mostly, and to allow these two to set up. I think it would have been beneficial for me to have some more bulk on this team, so I've definitely learned that for next time. Although, as you can see here, the yellow team doesn't really have a huge pool of Pokemon. Now, it does have some bulky Pokemon, so it's got Uxie, it's got Cofagrigus rather. It's also got Zapdos. So Zapdos could have been handy, but I didn't want to overdo it with the electric types. Could have easily gone mono electric on this. In terms of special defense, Hypno is good though, so it could be Toxic, could be anything like that. And in terms of just pure power, I could have gone for Mega Beedrill here. I think an earlier version of a team that I'd made did have Mega Beedrill. Typhlosion would have been perfect. However, I didn't want to use the standard Scarf set, and I also wanted to try out Rain on this. because of, you know, the thunder boosting and the weather ball. Aside from that, I think when we do wrap around to yellow again, I'll probably end up using Rapidash. I used to enjoy using Eevee-like Ponyta, but I think in this metagame, Eevee-like Ponyta won't really last very long, and Rapidash is that bit faster. I'll probably use Moltres rather than Zapdos, or I might go for both. I might go for both contact hazards. And I think I may end up using either Ninjask or Beautifly, just for fun. Now, if Beautifly learned Hurricane, then it would have been on this team instead of the Mimikyu, but it doesn't, so that's my summary. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you watch the next one. I've been Misery, and that's it. Goodbye.